My stay in Montreal has been fabulous. The people here have been so welcoming, so helpful. Wandering around the city has just been terrific.
I have died and gone to heaven. I am very much in love with this city, which I never thought would ever happen after going to Paris, but I want to move and live in Montreal right now. I love to go to Montréal and walk around, but my favorite thing to do is ride the Vixie. I think that's one of the most amazing things about this city. I would definitely recommend Montreal to all my friends or anybody, strangers that walk up to me. If they say, I need a place to go, I would say you need to go to Montreal. It's everything that you ever want, the food, the people, the way that the architecture is. I'm just fabulously in love with the city, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody.
I have really enjoyed my stay in Montreal so far. I am amazed, again, because it's not my first visit, at how compact the city is, how easily walkable it is. There's history, there's modern architecture, there's great food, and the people are wonderful. I think of all the education conferences that I have attended with PCMA, this has been by far the best. The sessions have been great. The hotel that has hosted us has been great. It's just been a really great experience. My favorite thing about the city of Montreal is that you really do feel a little bit of Europe, and yet you're so close to home. And I think my other favorite thing is that I am continuously impressed at how friendly and outgoing and wonderfully helpful the people are.
I have loved my stay in Montreal. Montreal is one of the sexiest cities in the world. It's been fabulous. I love the international flair. Obviously, Canada is just a great country, but Montreal just has a little something special. I love all of the bike paths and that the drivers actually respect it. It seems like they're very conscious about the environment, and I respect that. I also have been lucky enough to have gotten myself out of bed in the morning and have done a little run up to Mount Royal. The conference has been very good. I've been able to connect with many colleagues, which is wonderful. Lots of suppliers, and I've learned a lot as well about technology and what the future might hold. I was fortunate enough to go to 2 local restaurants, and one day I was able to get out, it was before the conference began, and just stopped in a little cafe and had some wonderful crepes. So you have to get out, you have to walk, wear good walking shoes because it's a great city to explore in, and don't worry if the weather's not perfect, you can go underground. There's a whole world to discover under there as well. Last time I was here, I was able to take the train to Quebec in a day and come back. So there's lots to explore. You need a lot more time than we've had with this conference, but you've got to put Montreal on your top cities to visit.
Montreal has been terrific. It's a great, vibrant city. We've really enjoyed a lot of the restaurants and shopping too. The conference has been great. I particularly liked the general session speakers. I think they're some of the best general session speakers I've yet seen. Some of the things that we've done during our free time is certainly shopping on St. Catherine, and we've just visited a lot of your restaurants and a lot of your lounges and just done some touring. I have found everybody to be very friendly and accommodating, and they're always happy to help if you have a question about where to go. It's actually kind of nice. You get to talk to people with a French accent, but they all speak English, so it's easy to get around. The language has definitely not been a problem at all. We actually recently booked a 2014 annual conference for 12,000 people, and so we're really looking forward to being here in July of 2014.
My stay in Montreal has been nothing short of spectacular. Everything from the dining experience to the conference itself has been fantastic. Oh, the content has been phenomenal for PCMA, and that's supported by the extracurricular activities in Montreal has really made it a complete experience. Dining in old Montreal on Saint Laurent has been just great, and the wonderful new restaurants in the city is just fantastic. Every time I come to Montreal, it evolves. It was great to see the Grand Prix back in Montreal, but also the festivals in the city is just great. It really is a mosaic of so many different things. So yes, many changes in Montreal. I certainly would recommend Montreal for meetings. Actually, it really is such a unique city, not just in North America, but in the world. So yeah, that would be a resounding yes.
It has been amazing. As far as the diversity, a lot of things to do, the shopping, it's a walkable city. I love that. As far as bringing meetings here, that's great for just meeting and greeting and walking, and the customer service has been superb. When they say it's that city of love, I feel that as far as Montreal. Would I recommend someone to bring one? Yes, I would recommend someone to bring a meeting here, peers and other meeting planners, most definitely. I would promote Montreal.
I have loved my stay in Montreal over the last 3 days. It's been a wonderful city. The people are amazing. The food is ridiculously good. And I think I've gained 10 pounds since I've been here. The PCMA conference has been wonderful. The educational sessions were more than I even thought they would be. Great general session. Get to see a little bit of the city. I even got to ride the subway, which was so easy and clean and safe. And a couple times I went out, I had great meals at amazing restaurants. I would absolutely recommend bringing a meeting to Montreal. It has everything you need and want. It's a great city with such an international feel. Any of your international attendees will love it.
Oh, you know, Montreal is just a remarkable place. A city so full of life, so full of culture, so full of style, and it's been wonderful, absolutely awesome. Probably my favorite thing is the first night I was here, I kind of took a mini city tour with a friend of mine who's also here for this event, that's a local that grew up here. So she took me around on the subway and bus, and we just kind of looked at the different neighborhoods, some of the architecture, and then ended up over on the east side and had dinner at a nice little French restaurant. So it was fantastic people watching, of course, with the race being in. It's a wonderful place. I mean, a first-class city. I mean, definitely has a bit of a European flair to it, and a lot of culture, and there's a lot for attendees to really explore and enjoy here.
I've enjoyed my stay very much in Montreal. It is a great city. It's really exceeded my expectations. It's been a wonderful stay. I think the thing I've enjoyed most about my stay in Montreal is the uniqueness of the city and the old and the new, the blending of old and new. The old Montreal and the new Montreal is just beautiful. In the States, we don't have that history that you have here in Montreal, and it's great to see that. I found Montreal to be a very walkable city, and I think that's really key to a city, the ability to walk around, not feel that you have to get on public transportation or use cabs, but really the walking gives you the feel of the city and the heart of the city. I've been impressed with what I've seen in Montreal, the convention center, the hotels, the service, the friendliness, the professionalism. I think a meeting in Montreal would be very successful.